After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 543. Today is Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. As we are recording, is the last day of February, so tomorrow is March, so
yes, it is.
It'll be a month next time we see you. I want to welcome up. I am Marleisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something that you like and that you will stay. If you're returning, we're glad to see you back, as always. If you are new or returning and you're kind of in the shadows but would like to get more involved, either here on our YouTube channel or on our home group, well, for the channel, hit the little subscribe button very gently. It's in the right. It's a little red subscribe button, and there's a little bell that you can tap so you can get notifications, and you can adjust the notifications, how many you get, how often, so you know when we put a podcast up. And if you want to take part in the alongs and all the kind of fun stuff that happens, that takes place in our home group, which is PHN podcast.freeforms.net. I had it memorized before, but it didn't.
And I'm glad that I saw some comments from, it was either the last podcast or something where someone mentioned how much they liked the abbreviated beginning.
Yeah. And, well, next week you're going to get a slightly longer one because it's March.
But even then we've been abbreviating it.
A little bit. But,
because...
the abbreviation I'd done before.
Yeah.
But in any event... phnpodcast.freeforms.net. That's in the little description box below the video, along with other links like our shops and all that kind of stuff. The Patreon and all that kind of thing.
We also are on Rumble. Not all of our old ones have crossed over yet, but the new ones, as they are recording, or as they are being posted, are going over right away.
Yeah, they're syncing.
It is taking a while because we have
10 years
worth, so the others are taking a while to sync.
10 years worth of podcasts where we podcast almost every week.
Yeah,
so it's a lot.
But for people whose comments we haven't responded to, we have seen you. I know I was
on Rumble?
No one on Rumble, but on YouTube.
I answered everybody on Rumble.
Okay, on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we have a few people who liked it on Rumble, but no comments. I think we had 7 views and 5 likes or something like that. So, yeah, considering the fact that it's only recently been put up on Rumble. And there's one follow. I don't know if that's you.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Well, I know you followed my profile. This is actually a follow to the channel.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to go back there and check, but I haven't done anything with that. Okay, anyway, that's where we're at. And I think we both have 3 projects.
We do. We had to show T, but I also have been... This is called Pucker Up. So, yeah, that's one that Davina got me. I'm trying to alternate between the gel and just the normal nail polish. Apparently, if you do gel too often, it actually hurts your nails. So, I'm going to try to do some other... So I don't harm my nails.
Right.
There's one that's called Hard as Nails. It's supposed to actually strengthen.
I might have to look into that one. Because my nails, with my arthritis, I have psoriatic arthritis, and one of the things with psoriatic arthritis is that your nails get... pliable, and sometimes they get brittle, they flake and that kind of stuff, so my nails are not
there are quite a few ones that's that this I think you use Sally Hansen, and they put out quite a few ones that can strengthen, and if it's just a clear one, that no one can tell you're wearing it, but it'll also help.
I'm not a big nail polish person. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to keep up with it. I have my hands in too much water all the time because I'm either doing dishes or I'm doing yarn or whatever I'm doing. I always have my hands in water, so it's just I don't need to have something that's going to be chipping every 2 days, and I have to reapply it. So
that's where some of the ones where they're called Hard as Nails, or some of the other ones where they don't chip. I mean, the ones, and those are the ones you'd be looking at anyway, because they're the ones that add that extra layer to kind of strengthen the nail. It's almost like putting a brace on your nails.
Right.
For lack of just to give you a bit of an imagery of what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so I have in my mug, in my autumn leaves mug that Davina gave me as a part of a gift kit with, I think it was Pura Charans or something like that. I think that's what it was. It's up there. I have reindeer fuel, which is a Christmas tea.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to give it to Ty, even though I like it. I'll give it to her. I can have it occasionally if I want to from her. But so that's what I have in here.
I can't remember if this one is chocolate truffle or if this one is Black Forest cake. I think this is chocolate truffle.
I want to try that. Do you want to try this one? It's a little weaker.
I know I like that one already.
This one is a re-steep for me because we were going to try something else that came in our 12 Days of Christmas, and it was like a lemon lavender something, and neither one of us liked it. So I just
I already knew. I generally don't care for heavily.
We wanted to try it because it's the thing. My point is that this was a re-steep, so it's a little weak. But it'll be really good as a lot.
I think this one would be good with milk.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I know when I had it this morning, my first thought process was, this might be good with milk. It might bring out the chocolate a little bit more. Also, probably good with the chocolate honey that I haven't been using.
This one, if you do it double strength, I think will make a really good lot.
It does. I've had it that way. This almost has a coffee taste to it, almost like the mocha nut mott. That's what it reminds me of.
I like the mocha nut.
This reminds me a bit of the mocha nut mott.
I don't like coffee though. There was someone in Adagio who was complaining she did not like coffee. No, she doesn't. So I wanted to say something to her, but I didn't get around to it. I think it was yesterday, so I missed it. But
she does not like it, Sam. I am.
Yeah, she didn't say it like that, but that was the distinct impression I got. Was I do not like it. No, I don't. Anyway, so moving on.
Last time we had even projects, I went first.
Okay. Well, I have to do this thing anyway. And I forgot my glasses, but that's okay. All right, we have a couple of Rena had mentioned that we accidentally deleted. We were trying to give you guys room to post pictures and deleted some threads. And I don't know if it was me or Talia.
It probably was me because I think I did it right after the podcast, and I just have not... We deleted
the holiday.
I deleted it.
We deleted the holiday thread, and so what we're going to do if Rena's still up for it, even if she doesn't want to do the prize, what we're going to probably do is I'm going to set up a thread. It's going to be in the along area, so where all the craft alongs are. We're going to have a preparing for Passover, Easter, spring thread, and it'll probably go to the day after Easter or something, something like that. So,
or maybe through the Easter season.
That's 40 more days after that. I don't know if I want to go that far. I mean, I guess we hit Mother's Day, but that's a long. We'll see. In any event,
well, the Christmas one was long.
We will.
The holiday one.
No, because we started after Thanksgiving. It was. Well, I guess it was.
It was pretty long because it was supposed to go till Valentine's Day.
We will work out the bugs, and the thread will be up in the next few days, and it's going to be anything that has to do, just like it was for the holiday along. Anything that has to do with Passover, Easter, and spring. Okay, we try to hit everybody for that, and then if Rena wants to go ahead and donate those lovely skeins of yarn again, that's up to her. But there's no pressure on her whatsoever.
No, of course not.
I wanted to answer her here. I did send her a message, but I don't know if she's seen it yet. That was totally our fault, and I feel bad because there was at least one person who was very active in that.
I did.
And I felt bad about not knowing who it was, so we could just given her the thing. She was the only one who was active besides the moderators. So, please, this is a lot of fun. You have a chance.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You have a chance to get another chance at a prize for this.
And I know that people have crafty things going on for the holiday.
And again, we have opened it up. It's not just knitting and crocheting. It's knitting, crocheting.
I think we do paper crafts.
Loom knitting, paper crafts that we including card making and origami and journaling and all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Do we include drawing? I think we did because
we did anything that was paper craft.
Anything that was paper craft. So not like tumblers and things like that. That's not paper craft, but fiber arts and paper crafts. So you have it's open and you guys can another possibility of earning a prize if you want to. So, winning a prize. So that's something that you might want to think about. I will try to get that up as soon as I have the chance. Are you going to be with us the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's had a rough couple of days, so I may ask her a couple of times. So that's the news for that I wanted to do before we got started. Now for the current alongs, the one we have here is, the first one is PHN Movie Night Make Along 2023. And this runs all year. The prizes are drawn quarterly. Featured yarns and featured patterns are the same as normal. Me, Talia, and Laura. That's Franciscan Gypsies Designs, Lady Fernicle Creations, and Lollipop Girl Creations, okay? And I think her website is up now. So anything that has to do with that fits the along. And we're talking about movie night. Anything that has to do with movie night, okay? And the hashtag is hashtag PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram. All the other particulars are in the thread on the homepage, okay? The other one is the PHN Ready Set Go Make Along 2023, and this is where we start all the things. So that's the caveat for that. It ends the end of March. It's March 31st. So once we hit April 1st, it's done. That's no April Fool's thing. It is done on April 1st. So midnight Eastern Standard Time. You might have a couple of free hours if we don't get to it right away, but Ren is pretty much on top of things, and we have other moderators who might close it up as well, so you might keep an eye on that. The same featured yarns and featured patterns, unless we say otherwise. It's us, Laura, and Taya, myself, and Laura concert, okay? And I just said what they were. And the hashtag for this is PHN Ready Set Go 2023 on Instagram, and that's all that stuff. You can see all the information on the threads in the group, because you can't take part in this unless you're in the group, okay? Because it's too difficult on YouTube. All right, so that takes care of that.
You're going first.
Sorry, guys. In my in my angel bag, my name is my bag, angel bag, is my Film Noir shawl project from the Scrap Shawl Pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And I did work on this a bit, to the point where I cut the strings on it that were attached, except for the one I'm working. And it's quite large. Can you see that?
Yeah, the can's pretty.
It's really, it's not quite where I want it, but it's definitely getting there. I mean, look, it's definitely, I could stop it right here.
But you're not gonna.
But I'm not gonna. So, I love the way it's working out with the colors.
It's really pretty.
This is basically Miss Babs and Dragonfly fibers. So it's DK. There might be a sport weight in here with some of the Dragonfly. I'm not sure, because it's hard to find what they are sometimes. So yeah, this is a fun pattern to work on, and I do it sometimes while watching TV and everything, so I don't really have to pay attention to what I'm doing. And that's really all I have to say about this. I've done this multiple times, and when I get this one off the hook, I'll probably start another one. So, because, yeah, can't have too many shawls.
So in my Knit for Brains teapots bag that Laura gave me is my Balin's Hooded Cow project, and the pattern is the Thorns Hooded Cow pattern. I did version 3, I believe, and I'm still on the hood.
Is that the one you are reclaiming?
Yes, it's the one that I reclaimed because I didn't like the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So I I'm very close to being done with my hood edit. Then I can start my bomber one, which is the yellow one.
This is getting a little stronger as it steeps.
Or is it sits? Because there's nothing to steep in.
Yeah. I don't care about the terminology at this point.
I feel like I think it's like a caramely aftertaste that develops after a while.
For what, sweetheart?
That.
I taste the cinnamon.
Maybe that's what it is. I felt like I could taste something that was really nice and Christmassy.
Because for me, it's the cinnamon. Well, I'm also I like cinnamon. I'm partial to it. But there's a bite to it. And that's the cinnamon. I will probably, like I say, give it to you with the caveat that if I want it now and then I can have some.
Right. I mean, I don't have room for it right now in my tin. because I was given one and I already had an almost full one, so I put both of them in a large.
Well, I never bought it. I think I got two.
I've never bought.
I got 2 free ones because I placed orders for Christmas.
I got a free one when I used points for it, and then actually I've gone through it once, and then I got a free one, and then someone gave me theirs because they didn't like it, so I had 2.
Yeah. Well, I think I got both of mine on points from buying things, because I wasn't sure I wanted to buy it.
Well, you can't buy it except around Christmas.
Well, on
time.
rewards.
Yeah.
You know. I didn't want to use my rewards for it because I want I want to use rewards on things I'm sure I'm going to like, or if I need it. I think maybe when I buy the sugar, I might get another couple of tins.
Right.
And that will be my last tins, you know. So I can put some other things in them, like I've got all these packages, and my goal is not to have packages in there if I don't have to.
Yeah, I have a few that are packages I'd like to put. I have Sleeping Dragon I need to put in. I have Scottish Breakfast.
I just, I guess I traded you the Sleeping Dragon that I had, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
I just traded with Woody for a unit, gave him a Unin Noir or whatever that was, because he was looking for something.
Your turn. I just did the red.
Okay, give me a second here. Let me just find something so I don't lose my stitches. Not that it's a real problem with my crochet, it's okay, but I don't... And I'm not going to be doing as much because my hands are bothering me today. So I'm just going to do it.
Didn't you say there was weather?
It's kind of rainy, but I don't know if there's actually going to be weather or not. It's supposed to be warm, I know that. Or warmer. But the weather here has been really strange. I mean, we had like up to 70 and then the next day it snowed.
It's like, so weird.
It's so strange. Let me put this away and then I'll get my other thing out. I wish there was a way of showing what I've kind of been doing in here. You know, it's part of the reason that I'll talk about later why I haven't got too many projects done. But, okay, my next one, and I'm not going to be able to work on this one here because I need Ty to kind of walk me through this, I think. When I got to this point, I thought I'd be able to do it, but I wasn't sure because I have to bind off. And I know how to bind off, but usually I have to go back to my pattern that I made, and I use Kay's bind off. But this is my Arwen's hooded cowl, and I'm at the point where I'm going to be decreasing for the hood. And I think I'm doing 2. Yeah, I'm doing variation 2.
Yeah, you are.
So, I'm not sure. I have to read this, and I didn't have the brain space to do it when I got to that point. But I did like 5 rows or something like that to get to this point. So,
it looks like a little skirt.
Yeah. I love that color. It's kind of like a denim.
It's but not quite as blue.
No, well, it depends on what kind of...
It makes me think a little bit
it's a federal blue.
Of the grayish color that I love so much that I had to do that bright blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I fell in love with the gray, and I had to put other colors that are blue around it just because I wanted the gray.
This is what I call a federal blue. It's not showing up well on that screen. It's showing up a bit better over there. It's not really blue jean. If you look at it, it's really pretty.
Well, it's gray with a blue undertone.
It's really pretty. So I like this a lot, and I can't work on it right now because I don't want to make a mistake and then have to have Talia fix it, or worse yet, have to tear it all out.
You wouldn't have to tear it all out.
Let's see.
Okay, so it's my turn. In my Silver Shed USA Fun in the Woman Cave Chameleon bag. These are my Victorian Christmas socks. It's the dandelion sock pattern. I'm using West Yorkshire spinners and I think it's called vintage. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not the Victorian Christmas. This is the Tinseltown, because it's vintage tinsel is the colorway, I believe. That's
the sparkle with.
This is the juniper heels and toes. Where's my other tag? Vintage tinsel. Yeah, and this is the sparkle. I think dandelion is only a Patreon pattern. And I look forward to trying this pattern with something that's a little bit lighter and with longer stripes.
Very pretty.
Because you really, with the sparkle too, you can't really see the little bit of patterning there is if you look really close.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but
yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, it's just very subtle. But yeah, that's that. It's got, like I said, it's got the heels and toes. It's making its way down the foot. Yeah, it's a nice little pattern. My first time knitting it, but it's a Kate pattern. I know that her patterns fit me. The only time I don't care for her patterns is when she does that floppy heel.
Right.
That's so ugly. It's not her fault, it's just an ugly heel. Every time I've seen it in anyone else's pattern, it's ugly too. It's a short row heel. I think they're hideous. They're not smooth and pretty. They're just big and flabby.
Well, there's one, I thought it was an afterthought heel that it was.
Afterthought at least is somewhat pretty.
No, there's this one that they put on and it looks like it's like a tongue is sticking out or something.
Well, yeah, that is the afterthought, but
that's awful.
It's prettier than the.
Well, I don't know what
the short row one is like huge.
Is it?
It's ugly.
All I know is that I don't like that one heel. I don't do socks. But
Well, short row. I mean, after the heel's what I do for the Christmas stockings.
well, this particular heel is ugly.
Well, see, probably whoever did it probably did too many.
I've seen it multiple times. Every time I saw that particular heel, it looks like it looks like it's sticking its tongue out or something. It's just, and that's kind of a childish way of looking at it, but it's the only thing I think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, they probably didn't leave enough stitches for bind off to make it not look like a toe.
Yeah, I didn't like it. No, I didn't.
Your turn.
Okay, let me just finish this stitch here. In my Silver Shed USA 10-year Podiversary bag is my Strawberry Shortcake baby blanket, and I'm using ice yarn. This is a rather fuzzy yarn. I think once I finish with this blanket, if I have enough yarn left, whatever I do with it, it's just going to be a plain double crochet or something, so I don't have to worry about maybe pulling it back.
Right.
I can just, and then I probably won't get this particular, I don't like fuzzy yarns that stick together, because then when I want to pull it out, a lot of times I have to cut it, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
So this is what it looks like. I really like the way it's working out. I like ice yarns.
It's pretty.
For acrylic, for baby blankets, I have over here on one of my shelves, I have several packages of ice yarn, courtesy of Talia, of myself, that I have for baby blankets. I'm hoping that not many of them have this fuzz to it.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think you have one other, the blue that was purchased at the same time.
I don't know if that's. I hope that's not fuzzy, because I have two of those.
Yeah.
But the green one that who was it gave it to me? Kara gave to me. That's not fuzzy, and neither was the one that that Crystal gave me. It wasn't fuzzy either. So I think I just got this one by mistake.
Yeah.
I don't think we looked really carefully to see if it had anything on it.
Didn't.
We were just excited about finding it, and they didn't have a lot. So, but I really like. It's very, very soft, and the colors are really pretty in terms of the way they work out. So, and this is of course the Cerebelle pattern. It's the Cerebelle scarf pattern
By Sarah Sweetheart.
by Sarah Sweetheart. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the last one I have to show is in my sorry, it's getting stuck. Silver Shed USA Charlie Brown Christmas bag. This is just because the bag size I had available at the time when I had cast on a bunch of socks for surgery. But in here, y'all haven't really seen this unless you're patrons, but this is going to be released in my shop soon because it's been 6 months, which is what we've determined for the Patreon patterns. Patreons will always get it free, but it'll be available in my shop for sale.
I didn't realize that was not available yet.
It hasn't been.
That's so pretty.
This is the Eleanor Crosses pattern that I designed. I wish I brought a sock blocker. But you can kind of see
That's really pretty.
the crosses. There's a good look at one of the crosses.
I can see them.
And it goes down the foot as well. So it's my first sock pattern. I only have finished one of them. I'm working on the second one, but all I needed to do was finish one for the idea of it. So I do plan on getting it released in the shop at some point soon. But yeah, I designed it right before surgery. Because that was my pattern of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Alright, let me just finish this stitch before I see what we're supposed to be doing now.
I'm not even going to grab the bags for my shop news. It's over there. I have 3 designs going.
Yay. Glad that she's designing again. For my shop, I'm finally, Outify is finally, thanks to Ty, I tried to do it myself. Ty had to come help me with it because I'm technologically challenged. She got me back to the point where now the shop will update to Instagram and Facebook. I don't have anything new in there right now. What happens is, I have been feeling like it, but what's happening right now is, what's eclipsing every other feeling is I'm feeling overwhelmed with all the stuff I have. So I am clearing things out. I was clearing out my shelves so I could put things that were sitting in boxes in the back room because my husband got annoyed, so rightfully so. So I got rid of that and brought it in here by clearing things out. So I'm still in the process of doing that. I'm hoping to get some yarn dyed up in the near future so I can put it in the shop. I'm hoping to do some of the colorways for spring, especially for autism awareness and things like that. I don't know if I'll have a new colorway for autism awareness, but I'll certainly have at least some of the ones I'm hoping that we had in the past. And maybe some, I have a bunch of minis that I don't like working with the minis, so maybe I'll do some mini skein sets, and they'll be bright, and they'll go out maybe as mysteries. Mm-hmm. Both DK and maybe fingering sock, they'll just go out as like mysteries, maybe 5 or 6 skeins of yarn in a mystery, and that will be like kind of the autism awareness type theme. Maybe plain, maybe not. So that I haven't quite decided yet. It came to me this morning, so just keep an eye on the shop for that. I don't know when that's going to take place. Like I said, we had 2 colonoscopies within a 10-day period. Actually, they were the 5-day period, but the prep made it 10 days, and so in that between, and then cleaning and stuff like that, not really much time to do anything else. So let's see. I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, for me, all the other stuff I've been doing is on BookTube. I'm having a really bad sensory day, so I just want to get off.
Yeah, that I can see that. So I'm sorry this is so short. Hopefully we'll be more, have more to tell you. Basically, we didn't have a lot today, so we hope that you will bear with us, and we will hopefully have more next week. We want to wish you all a very wonderful day. I'm going to defer the clapper because of her sensory, but want to wish you a very happy day and week full of knitting, crocheting, and whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see, thank yous. Rena, Looney Hiker, Paula, Meditative Crafter, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Christina, Jessica, Brittany, and Kara. Thank you very much for your comments. I did respond to you. If anybody else responded either on the YouTube or in the group, I didn't see you, so I apologize. We do appreciate all your comments. We wish you a very blessed week, full of all that you enjoy, and we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 543, and that's a wrap. Bye.
Bye.
God bless.